Okay, this is what I'm working on now. I'm doing some different bow fillers other than my bunny, so I'll have something something else after I take my bunnies down. And I thought this pig was just adorable. I got this pattern from, I think it was Peach Bottom Primitives. Yeah, I think it's going to be adorable. But I'm going to make two of them because I want to make one just plain, and then one I'm going to paint part of it. So what I'll do is I've just traced this around and left enough room. I'll just cut around. Well, I'll show you because I don't want to go right on it because I'm going to sew on the lines. I'm just going to cut around like that all the way. And I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and stitch around it. And I'll leave it open probably right in here. Yeah, right in here. And I'll turn it inside out and I'm going to stuff it. And now I have another pattern. I'm going to do the same thing. Well, I have two more patterns. I'm going to do the same thing. Let me get those. See if I can find them. I've got patterns going everywhere here. Okay, I didn't print this one out in color, but it is a sheep. And this was from Hoosier, what was it? I thought I had the names down. Hoosier Holler. Not Holler, Hollow. Hoosier Hollow. Pretty sure that's who this one's from. Yeah, Hoosier Hollow. But it's a little front-facing sheep. I want to do that one. I'm going to do the same thing. I'll take my pattern, wherever I've put it, and I'll trace it. Here it is. Let me show you. Okay, here it is. I'll just put it on probably, I'm using different materials, so I don't know what. I think I'm going to do one of them in this. This is just some tea-dyed muslin or coffee-dyed muslin. And then one in this, it's not a stuffing, but I went blank. Like you put in quilts. Anyways, I got this off of Amazon, and I'll leave a link to this down below because I like using this stuff. Comes in handy for different projects. I'm glad I bought it and I have it on hand. I'm going to do one sheep in this and one in this, and then I'm going to do two pigs. I'm going to paint one and I'm going to leave one plain, well, you know, the color. And then let's see, I have another one I'm going to do. I have so many papers that I don't know where I'm at. Here's the little pig, a picture of the pig. It's not, I don't know if you can really see it or not, because I want to do one in the black and white and leave one in the plain. They're simple patterns. And then this one is the side view, and I think I cut the pattern up. Yeah, I did. Oh, here it is. This was it. It's just a little side view, and the little head goes right here. Okay, she has sewn, both of hers have the heads sewn up and turned inside out, but that's tiny to me. I know when I done that, it would not look like a head. So I'm just going to take some of this and trace the head out and then paint it all black and cut it out. I mean, if you're a good enough sewer, you can probably do that. I'm not. I make seams. I can do a little bit, but I'm not a seamstress. And I'm going to do one out of that, and I'm trying to figure out what else I'm going to do it out of. I think that's all. I think I'm just going to do one of the front facing. But this is the pattern, and this is what it looks like. And she is Hoosier Hollow. I'll leave the links to all three of these patterns down below. One of them had their patterns on for like $1.99 or something. Let me look right fast, see which one it was. Okay, the 2 sheep pattern, they're both $5 each. But the little pig pattern, it's only $1.65 for that pattern. It is adorable. I think it's going to turn out real cute. All right, I'm going to finish tracing all these out, going around them, and taking them to my machine, and I think my phone's crooked. Taking it to the machine and sewing them up and making sure I try to remember to leave an opening so I can stuff them. I'll turn them inside out and then stuff them. I wanted to let you know, they all leave instructions on what to do. Like this little pig, she uses muslin, and she gives you the steps, the coffee and the hot water, vanilla and cinnamon, and what to do with it. And then she says to put it on, and you're going to stain your pig, and you're going to put it in and out of the oven. I didn't do that. My stuff was already done, so I just used it. And then she says something about give your pig a good sanding to stain one more time back in the oven and turn as needed. Then on the one that's colored, she says to thin down some white paint with a few drops of vanilla, but do not make it runny, and apply the stripe with a foam brush, and then put on a line cookie sheet to dry. I mean, you can follow her instructions, and I'm sure it turns out real cute. It probably gives it more of a stiffer texture, I'll bet. I'll bet you it does. But I have a bad habit of just doing things my way. Now, if I wanted it stiff, I would do it this way, because I'll bet that's what it does. And that would be cute, too. But anyways, they do leave instructions. Both of them leave instructions on what to do. Just sometimes I fail to read them. Well, I've cut them all out and taken them to the sewing machine. And on the turns, I'm just going to clip a little bit, like around the ears, but I don't want to go into my threads at all. I'm down right in here. Go right up to that, because that's going to make a tight turn. That way, and I might cut just a little bit of this off. It's got a lot in it. Now, I'm going to turn it inside out, which when you first start trying, it's a little tough. But once you get it to going, it starts pulling out pretty easy. See, I'm getting it started pretty good now, and it'll come out pretty easy. Takes just a little bit of time. Okay, I'm going to continue working with this. It won't take long once I get it out. There it comes. Okay, work over on this side. Get my stick. What do I do with it? I don't know if this is one I use or not. But you want to get your ears pushed out and your feet, everything pushed out real well. There's foot, I think. Yep.
What are you doing now? You're
Playing.
playing?
Playing.
Playing. That's what I'm doing.
Playing.
Trying to get her fixed.
Yeah, trying to get it
What are
on.
you doing?
Okay, I have it turned inside out, and I ran out of stuffing quite a while ago, so I had an old pillow, and I'm just using the inside of the old pillow for my stuffing. And I'll just start stuffing him real well, pushing it probably to the back to start with on this side. I think I'm going to go down in that leg. Push that down in there and then into the leg. I think I'll go ahead and get this leg to make sure there's plenty down in it, because I don't want to stuff him full and then try to get to the legs. Okay, they feel pretty stuffed. Okay, I'm going to finish on and just stuff him all up. All right, I have my chicken, because I'm sitting here looking at another pattern wanting to do a chicken. I have my pig stuffed, and I'm just going to sew it up by hand. Yeah, get around the leg, and it won't show that bad once I get it finished. This is just what I'm going to do. It's not hard. I just folded my material where there's supposed to be like a seam, and I'm just going to sew it up. And then I'm going to show you the rest of them. I've already got them all cut out, stuffed. I'm going to have to start decorating, or, you know, putting a little something on them. They won't take a lot. I'm going to finish this up right fast. See, you can't hardly even, you can see what I've done, but it's not going to really show. Okay, I have both pigs sewn up and stuffed, and this is going to be the one that I'm going to leave plain, because I like the way that material kind of went darker on both sides and left a white strip right here. And this one, I'm going to paint the black stripes, like kind of, well, like the pattern. Let me get it. Yeah, the back end will be all black. Just the center will be a white or a cream, and the head will be black. And then I'm going to leave this one plain. And now I'll set those up there. I'm going to show you the sheet that I cut out. Okay, here's the little sheep, and I used the, I wished I could remember the name of this. It's some kind of quilting batting, so I can't remember. But anyways, I used that, and I'm probably going to dirty this up. And there's the little head that goes on it, like that. And then I have another one. I use that same material, and it's straight, and it will be like that. And I also did one with some the coffee dyed muslin, and that's the way it turned out. And then I kind of went around it with some tea dye ink, but I have to put them all together, glue the heads on, and then do a little something on them, you know, put a little bow or something on them to, you know, dress them up, not so they don't look quite so plain. But there are my sheep and my pigs. And now I'm going to start painting my pig. And then I'll start working on doing something with these. And I'll put a little something on my pigs too when I'm finished. And her directions on the pig said to use white paint with a little vanilla in it, but not to get it to your paint too thin. So depends on what paint I have. I think I'm probably going to use my Waverly plaster, and I think it's pretty thick. So let's see. Yeah, it's pretty thick. So I'll put the vanilla in it because it needs to be watered down some. All right, I'm going to go get my black paint, my vanilla. I don't know why I couldn't just use, I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to use a little bit of my, instead of going in there and getting my vanilla, this has vanilla in it and coffee and cinnamon. I'm going to have to mix some more up. I am about out. I don't really want the sediment with the cinnamon in it. Oh, holy moly. It's a leaking. So I think I'll mix a little bit of this coffee mixture into my paint. And I got to get my black paint. And this one I'm going to set aside because I like the way it looks. Okay, I have a little cup here. And it has my plaster color by Waverly. Just put a little bit down in there. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, it's giving it a pretty color. It's not white, but it's... In fact, it wouldn't hurt to have just a little more, because this is pretty thick paint. Just a little bit more. Okay, that is good. Because I still want a white. Mix it up really good. Okay, I'm going to put that up before I spill it. That's a pretty cream color. That works. Smells good. Need to wipe this down before I set it back there on my desk. I get a sticky mess. And I've pretty much used up all my brushes and they're dirty. I haven't rinsed them out yet. Okay, let's see. Probably like right there. I'm just going to guesstimate at it. Oh, I think this pig's going to be so cute. Yeah, it's going to be cute. Right there is good enough for that white stripe. Alright, that looks good. I'll go over on this side and do it. Mark my... Then I'll let this dry. After I finish this, I'm going to let it dry and probably hit it with the heat gun. Okay, right there. And And then I will take the sandpaper like she suggested and go over it. Oh, cute. All right, I'm gonna not lay my pig down in that white. I'm gonna let this dry and then go on each side of it with black. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to use these, but I might need them, and they have to dry. So I have some Mod Podge that I'm putting on. It's a little tiny bell. I'm just going to put that on there. Of course, it's Mod Podge that I've used with cinnamon, and it's got a little few flakes in it and stuff. And I'm hoping that's on there good, because I'm just going to dip this down in there. The little bell part didn't get some. Well, I thought I'd lose it. Okay. There, that's good. I'm going to stick it in this styrofoam to dry and move on to the next one. I'll do that to all 4 of them, and I'm going to let them dry.
Oh, them bells or balls?
They're bells.
They're what?
They're little bells.
Oh, bells, okay.
I'm resting them.
You're rusting them. Found them out there in the yard, huh?
No. I wished I did. I'd be
Huh?
happier. I wished I had them. I'd have been happier. They would be all rusty for real.
All right.
He thinks I'm weird sometimes. Like, what is that woman doing now? Okay, I'm gonna finish these and let them dry. Okay, after they dried a bit, I'm just tapping on some more glue. And I'll do that to all 4 of them and let them dry. So they'll be ready if I want to use them. They'll be ready. All right, these 2 are done with the batting, the quilt batting. And this is muslin. And I have put a little, this has already been coffee dyed. So I don't know if I need to do anything with it. But this is too bright white. So I'm taking the coffee and cinnamon mixture. Probably should have done this before I stuffed it. That's really dark. Maybe it'll lighten up. We'll see. I think I'll just do one side, see how it turns out. And then I may put the ink to it. I don't know. A lot of times this does lighten up. But I'm going to do this one. I think I'm just going to do this one, set it outside, and let it dry and see what it looks like. That's so dark. Wonder how my coffee mixture, I got a coffee mixture, just plain coffee in the refrigerator. Probably ought to look and see what she said to do. Alright, I'm going to let that dry and see how that turns out and see how much further I want to go with it. I bet it turns lighter. Let's see. I'm going to set these aside till this one dries and see what I think about it. Put my sponge in something till later. Chicken's out on the front porch cackling, going on. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. Now I'm going to pull my pig out. This one, I sanded this side of the pig, and I'm not sure I like it. So I think what I'm going to do with this one is I'm just going to kind of sand the edges and see how that looks. Just kind of go around the edges, because it does like to stress it. That way, I have two different sides to do whatever I want. I have to go a little more on the bottom. Okay, I am going to call that good. Definitely stiff from the paint. I think I like it better a little done more like that than like this. Okay, now I need to decorate them. Well, I put on the bells. I don't know where I want, if I want to put a bell on. Yeah, that'll look cute, but I have to put something around his neck. I don't know if I want jute or this paper type jute. It's a lot thinner. It's not going to be able to hang down real far, so. All right, that's good. Where's the end of it? There it is. Tie this around his neck. Trying to see how to do this. What I should have done is tied that bell onto this. That's what I'm going to do. It's knotted in two different places. This is thicker. Okay, a little bit smaller. Okay, then I have some stars. Some bunches of stars, but all my little ones are gone, almost gone. I do have an order coming in, but I don't know when I'll get them. Let's see. This is a medium, probably a 1.5 or 2 inch star. Trying to see which size I want. Oh, I have 3 baby stars left. 3 stars. I thought I only had 2. When I get my order in, I won't be having to go that sparingly on them. I think those are stuck together. Here. I don't know. Both of them look good. I think I'm going to use the smaller one. Maybe the bigger one on this plain pig. Or vice versa. I don't know. I like the bigger one. Yeah, right there. Okay, didn't take a whole lot to fix them up. I think that turned out really cute. I love this pig pattern. It's easy to sew, and it turns out really cute. Okay, now for this one. I think I'm going to go mess around and see what I want to do with it. And then I'll come back and show you what I've done. And then I have to do, I need to take that one outside so it'll dry. And I might as well do the other side because it's like that. Well, crud. Okay, I'm going to continue on working with these and fixing them up and decorating them and see how they turn out. Okay, I just took this and instead of just letting it all dry, I'm just patting it off. And that's working. I mean, it's still going to have to dry, but it's not on there as heavy. So I'm going to go ahead and coat the other one and do it the same way. Once it dries, I think it'll be even lighter. But I wanted to come back and show you that I just patted that with a paper towel. And I've got my color and it's not too dark.